All beings are moving, and by golly, it seems like they are moving really fast, too fast to even be seen. And so my day is a cascade of events and circumstances where I don't really understand what it is that's happening. It's too much information, too much to understand, too much to study, too much for academia to comprehend. History cannot be written fast enough, nor well enough, nor comprehensively enough. And so I'm left with a void, a place where I don't know where to go. There's nothing there. And yet that's a false sense of reality, because there is a place to go. There is a place to get understanding and, to a degree, refuge. And that is my meditation. And it's a meditation that's becoming increasingly more important and more relevant every passing day. And it's because my meditation is about my own experience. And I've spoken about this many times, and I just want to continue to say how valuable and how powerful this is. I think when I first started out, clearly there was a meditate on nothing, meditating on all being, there was meditation on a candle, there was so many things. And over the years and decades now, it's becoming increasingly more apparent that the meditation really is about my own experience. What happened to me today? What were the events and circumstances that I experienced standing on my front porch, looking out on my neighborhood, or wandering the streets, heading for a latte? Well, I don't do that much anymore because I have my own machine, and it's a better latte. But there is a going out, there is a venturing to buy groceries, to see friends, to be outside. And that experience is the essence of my meditation. And sometimes I wake up at night and I write down a snippet, and I save that for the next day because it's a valuable source. It's so intimate, so personal. It's not like studying the events of some foreign land or the calculations of the latest, AI algorithm. It's not that. It's me. It's my experience, my life force, and where it's going and what am I doing with it. And so the questions that come up in my meditations are, am I personalizing it? In other words, am I reducing my life experience to the questions of my personality or the effects upon my personality? And I don't want that. I want to begin to get my personality out of my meditations. And therein lies a great challenge. Because my personality determines, or used to, so much of who I am. My career ambitions and financial goals and all of the things of, being an adult male in the United States. But how much of that is really important? How much of that represents an honor that is important in my being? So my being is not about personality, it's about my honor. And how will I go ahead and pursue my calling to the divine? Will I participate in the expansion of the cosmos in honor and not reduce myself to capitulation or to acquiescence or to become a quisling, but to be in a state and place of dignity and of certainty, honoring the commitment that I have to be alive, without necessarily understanding the outcome, because the outcome in this world is never going to be what we expect. It is certainly not going to be what I expect. I do not expect to be in a state of victorious consummation at the end of my life. I don't expect it to be that way. It cannot be that way. It's never been that way for anyone. It's ultimately a failure. And how that failure is understood is really important, because it can be a failure in terms of the outcomes that I expected, and that are not absolutely then resolved in a way that I expect them to be. It's not going to be that way. I've already come to that conclusion. I've already understood it. And so, how do I behave? Well, it is with honor. And that's the purpose of the meditation. It's a meditation on honor, and it is the triumph of honor, more than anything, that I think is the most important. That seems like a strange task. It's not one that is talked about very often. But as I get older, and I'm old now, I'm an old man, my dog has died, and so it's sad. And of all of the heroes, all of those celebrated figures of history who have ridden across the path of history, what have they told us? It is with honor. It's not the result, it's the honor that we do the task that we've been given, which is to live in a close harmony with the expansion of the cosmos. And it is a violent, unpredictable, explosive wave of being that is so powerful. To just do it with honor, to not let my personality get in the way, and find myself then in the questions of personality. What will I do with my money, or what will I, do with the remainder of my career, or et cetera, et cetera. And so it is then honor that is the question. And I find that to be extremely powerful, because my meditation then is about my honoring my own experience. That is the number one place. The honoring of my own experience. To a degree, I will meditate on it to see what is it that I can extract from it. How can I learn from it? What is the essence then of my life force? And where does it go? And what does it do? And how shall I understand it? And can I craft it? And the answer is yes, I can craft it. And I can understand it to the degree that I need to know. I don't really need to know a lot, because my own being is circumscribed by the experience that I have. And it's up to me to understand it, to plumb it, to write about it in my own journals. And as necessary, tell others about it so that they might learn from my experience. There's a shared experience. There is a brotherhood that is really powerful. And I wish to address my brothers particularly that you might honor your own experience and understand that the honoring of your experience is the greatest event of our lives. It is why we live, to honor the experience we've been given the opportunity to have. And therein is a wonderful bit of prose, or poetry if you like. I try and speak poetically, but it is just prose. So then I'm off to recalibrate and understand my own experience. Did I really get it right the very first time? Did I extract from all that happened all that needs to be understood and to be grateful for? And that is the aspect of honoring my experience. It's the yearning to have more experience. Because in the honoring of experience, there is a joyousness, a fellowship, a brotherhood that comes, that urges me to have more experiences, to get out there, to, get in my vehicle, whatever that might be, and to go forth and to have an experience. And from my experience, in the honoring of that experience, do more, experience more. And I think that's the honoring of experiences. Joy to us, or gift to us, is the opportunity then to be able to engage in more experiences, to not shrink back. It's like one of my prior meditations, I was talking about being one with the wilderness, having an experience of the wilderness. And what it led to was a desire, a yearning to have more wilderness experience, to make the outside, the wilderness, bigger in my life. I want a big wilderness. I don't want to be in a cave. No caves. I want to be walking free in the forest and on the deserts and in the canyons and the planets. As big as I can get. That's what I want. And to honor that bigness and to honor beauty and the wilderness and my own being. And I think there's joy there. Well, I don't think it. I know it. I've experienced it. And I'm trying to share that experience with you of honoring experience. Honor your experience. The fact of where you've come from, what you are, where you're going to go. It's an honor. And to look at each new experience as an additional badge that you can wear that says, I have this new experience and I'm going to pin it on. And I'm going to join the brotherhood of those who honor life. What a glorious thing. And I thank you for listening. Amen.